Nigeria's Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, has been reacting to some burning issues affecting the polity. He was on TVC News and Current Affairs program this morning with Yori Folari. Jack Leogo in this report highlights some of the top issues he reacted to.
Nigeria's Minister of Information and Culture is one man on a hot seat who is expected to present the government's reactions to burning issues in the country, especially when the president's voice is not being loudly heard directly. TVC News brought him to the studio at a time the people so much want to feel the government's pulse on burning national matters. Yori Folari, anchor of this morning show, let him off the hook on security matters. On the Boko Haram crisis in the northeast, the minister said too much blame trading has been done against the government to the extent that impressive efforts are being swept under the carpet. He also condemned what he called the humiliation of the military and the immediate past former service chiefs despite their efforts.
It's about time we stop ridiculing our military. But for the sacrifices they are making, many of us will not be in this studio.
Yes, I agreed.
Yeah, so when you take a situation out of context, we're talking about situation of security today and yesterday. And I say with all sense of responsibility that we're better off today.
On the nationally troubling farmer header crisis, the Minister of Information said it would not be fair to conclude that the federal government is laid back in its response to the situation.
I know that during the rescue operation of the Dapchi girls, I know the role the Red Cross played. So there are a lot of back channel approaches that have been taken to ensure that crises are tamed.
Speaking on corruption, the minister said there isn't any end to high-profile prosecutions as assumed by many Nigerians. But he clearly added that tackling corruption is not only about hunting those at the top. The Transparency International report, which described Nigeria as the most corrupt nation in the world, was also brought to the front burner. The minister described it as unfair, but emphasized that the ease of doing business policy deployed by the federal government has been identified to be a 40% door opener to corrupt practices, and the government is clamping down on fraud in the country through blocking that avenue. On the NSAS protest, Mr. Lai Mohammed still grieved over allegations against the government and the CNN reports, which claimed many lives were lost.
When I used to see anybody say, my son or my daughter or my ward went to the toll gate and didn't come back.
The show rounded off with attention brought to the globally ravaging COVID-19 pandemic, which now has a more threatening variant. The minister said the country will remain exposed to the danger if Nigerians keep shunning adherence to safety protocols and any form of interest in embracing vaccination against the virus. Nigeria is going through multifaceted troubling times. A school of thought says the government and the governed must synergize towards achieving lasting peace and progress. Jacqueline Ogo, TVC News, Lagos.